Today we are going to start with this lesson 5 of supplementary reader, that is Mother's Day, written by J.B. Priestley. It is a humorous portrayal of the status of the mother in a family. Here the main character, that is Mrs. Pearson. What status she has in her family and how the family members treat her, how she feels, how ridiculed she feels, and at last she meets Mrs. Fitzgerald, who had learnt some magic and who was a fortune teller, and then how she brings back the same respect in her life. Let us read and understand the story about Mrs. Pearson, how she was being treated by the family members. You can see here the characters, that is Mrs. Annie Pearson, who is wife of George Pearson, and Doris Pearson, then Cyril Pearson. Doris Pearson is the daughter, Cyril Pearson is the son of Mrs. Annie Pearson, and Mrs. Fitzgerald, as I told you, she was a neighbor of Mrs. Pearson, and she was a fortune teller and a magician. Now this play, that is Mother's Day, it is been written by J.B. Priestley, and it portrays the status of a housewife in a household. Now here the mother around whom the whole play revolves, that is Mrs. Pearson. She was very fond of her family and worked to take care of all their needs. But she was treated badly by her husband, daughter, as well as her son. Now actually, if you have noticed in your day-to-day life also, in the family, in the family, if the female person, if the mother is a housewife, then it is taken for granted that she cannot do any other work, or she merely does the household works. That means she is whole time free. We cannot say that she is busy, and if the person is working, then that person is too busy, and only that work is being taken for granted, or that work is being taken, that only that is the work which a person can do. And while the housewife, if they are doing the work at home, that means they are doing nothing, and that work being done by the housewife are not called the work. And nobody cared for Mrs. Pearson, and they felt that the work they did in the office was the real work. And when these family members, they returned home, they ordered all around, and they felt that she was not doing any work. And this lady, she didn't mind doing things for them, but she was upset at being taken for granted and not being respected. When the family members, they came home after their work, they went to clubs and they spent their times with their friends to unwind, but they spent no quality time with Mrs. Pearson. She was all alone at home, and she was feeling very unhappy too. Now one day what happened, that she met her neighbor Mrs. Fitzgerald, who was a fortune teller and a magician. You can see in the picture also, she is Mrs. Fitzgerald, and she had a very happy family. She was living a very happy life. She had learnt a lot about magic and fortune telling while her husband was posted in India. And Mrs. Fitzgerald was sympathetic towards her neighbor and her friend, that is Mrs. Pearson. But she felt that she was to be blamed for not putting her husband and children in their place. And she requested Mrs. Pearson to teach them a lesson. When Mrs. Pearson said that she was unable to do so, Mrs. Fitzgerald told her to allow her to do it. Now what happened? She came with a plan. She told that Mrs. Pearson that she could exchange their bodies, and she would go to Miss Pearson's house in her body and deal with the problem. Now, so in short, Fitzgerald, she will put her soul into Mrs. Pearson's body, and Mrs. Pearson, she will have the soul of, and Fitzgerald, she will have the soul of Mrs. Pearson. That means the soul will be exchanged. Now, then Mrs. Fitzgerald, she goes to Mrs. Pearson's house. Now Pearson was not very sure, but she allowed to do, and then the lady was relaxed smoking and laying down the cards to play a game of patience. Now the daughter entered the house. Now you can see Mrs. Fitzgerald. She went to Mrs. Pearson's house, and then Mrs. Pearson's daughter, she enters the house. Who was Mrs. Pearson's daughter? That was Doris Pearson. And as soon as she entered, she demanded for tea and her yellow dress to be ironed. Now Mrs. Pearson told her that she was not going to iron the dress and was herself going to Clarendon, that is a hotel, for a good meal herself. Doris scolded her mother that they worked at the office all day and at home nothing was ready. Mrs. Pearson said that she worked the whole day and earned no salary, and when they didn't want to work in the office, they went on strike. She asked Doris why she wanted the yellow silk dress to be ironed. Doris said that she wanted to go out with her boyfriend, that is Charlie Spence. Now actually the person whom Doris was talking was her mother, but the real soul was of Mrs. Fitzgerald. The mother remarked that she should have found somebody better than him, as he had buck teeth and was half-witted. She also said that she would consider herself not worth if she had to go out with Charlie Spence. These remarks made Doris cry, and she leaves the room crying bitterly. Now then what happens? Then the son, Cyril Pearson, he comes. He too started throwing orders about his tea and mending that his clothes required. Mrs. Pearson said that she was not in mood to do the mending. Cyril felt odd at the change in his mother's behavior. Both the son and daughter started discussing if their mother had gone little bit, we can say that she had gone little balmy, or she had a little one type of some change in his behavior. Their mother heard them laughing and told them to share the joke with her. And when she said this, what happened? The children told that she would not understand about anything about the joke, and this again ridiculed them. After Mrs. Pearson had finished dealing with Doris and Cyril, now it was her husband's turn, that is George Pearson. Now George Pearson, he enters the room and he told her that he was going to have a supper at the club and that he didn't want the tea. The wife told that there was no tea, and he was shocked to hear this because this was the first time that her wife had answered her back. So it was the first time that her wife had answered her back, and she continued to lecture him by telling him that he was not at all awaited at the club, that the people were not waiting for him at the club and they were joking about him. And she also tells that Mrs. Pearson, she asked his son to clarify and found out that what his wife had said was the truth. He sat down at home and didn't talk about going to the club. He was upset that his daughter was crying. Now the real Mrs. Pearson came and she knocked, but because she was changed to Mrs. Fitzgerald, the son didn't recognize her and made fun of her in front of the real Mrs. Fitzgerald sitting in the house. Now the real Mrs. Fitzgerald scolded Cyril and Mr. Pearson for being rude and haughty. The real Mrs. Pearson was upset to see her family in a depressed condition, and she told Mrs. Fitzgerald to return her to her original body. Mrs. Fitzgerald told her friend to never tell her family what they had done, and from then on she should assert herself and make them also do what she wanted. And Mrs. Pearson said that she hoped that they would not go out every day and have dinner with her and play a game of rummy. Mrs. Fitzgerald said that she could start that day. Mrs. Pearson was able to make her husband and children remain at home, and they had a nice evening together thanks to Mrs. Fitzgerald, who had changed the life of Mrs. Pearson by helping her friend come her neighbor. So in this way Mrs. Fitzgerald helped Mrs. Pearson to get respect in her family. So here we end with this story. We'll be meeting in the next lecture. Till then, goodbye.